We are pleased to introduce a 6 US patent portfolio for online meetings. These 6 patents disclose the existing Internet meeting solutions with priority dates going back to 2007 and our vision for future technologies. We'll demonstrate briefly what values these patents bring to the users now, then check 6 major players on the market for potential similarities. Google Documents and Hangouts, Microsoft Lync, Cisco Webex, Adobe Connect, Citrix GotoMeeting, and TeamViewer. Presence awareness is vital for all modern Internet applications, except websites thus far. You're always alone when browsing the Internet, but not anymore. If you go to some website, enabled by our technology, such as FreeMeeting.com, you can see other visitors' pointers, and they can see yours. You can even talk to them. Probably you share the same interests since you met on the same site. You can even leave notes or graffiti over website contents, and website owners may leave a host or hostess to sell you products or services or provide support to you. You can learn more about this technology on the site nflock.com. What we have demonstrated to you now is actually an ad hoc meeting on someone else's website, where everybody can see and talk to each other anonymously. In business, though, meetings are usually pre-arranged by someone, such as in this one. I'm going to join a business meeting. In this meeting, the presenter has shared an Excel spreadsheet on their desktop. All other participants can annotate the shared document without changing it. This is very handy for real-world meetings where you want to discuss different proposals before putting them into a master document. Also, we want to see each other's pointers to make sure that everyone is paying attention to what's going on and not multitasking with email or walking away for a coffee. More exactly, the annotations mean that with our technology we can click on any spot and begin to add an annotation. We can click on a spot and start typing, and as we type, everyone can see what we're putting in. All participants can do this at the same time. Everyone is drawing together simultaneously, and it's visible to everyone as it progresses. We can see our own cursor shadow following behind with a slight latency, and this indicates where the remote cursor really is in the shared content. This is the same cursor that everyone else sees. In addition to the multi-user annotations, we can start editing the remote document with the remote user's permission. All participants can do that and even compete with the remote cursor. The possibility to see everyone's pointers as the meeting is moving along might not be so important for some business meetings, but for some participations, such as card games, it is a must. We have a card game going on here. Let's join it. It looks like a poker game. Let's deal one more card. We can move this card by any path we want. Unlike other online casinos, there's no restrictions. Let's deal the last river card. Other players can fight for the card. There's no restriction on who controls what when, and that means that the players are synchronized in time. Whose action is first, whose action is next, is all sequenced by our patented technology. This creates a major difference from all existing card games, because you're not sure whether you play against a robot or not usually, but with our patented technology you can watch your human opponent and see how they react to your unpredictable behavior, see how they move their cards, what state of mood they're in, and use that to make better decisions. Now, it's showdown time. Open your cards, guys. Wow, they got a straight flush. Look at that. Anyway, all of these are examples of the different forms of presence awareness in business and entertainment meetings. With Google Hangouts, meeting participants can see someone's shared desktop or document, and that's it. It is impossible to annotate the remotely shared document or edit it. All participants can only watch what the presenter is doing. There is a separate application in Hangouts called Remote Desktop, which allows remote control, but it is focused on technical support, and only one participant can control the desktop. In this case, I am controlling a remote desktop, and the remote mouse pointer is following mine with around a 1-inch delay. Others cannot provide help if someone is already doing so. In this case, since this is a tech support situation, there's only 2 participants that can control this desktop. Google Documents, separate from Hangouts, is an application which allows cooperative editing of documents. For text documents, it provides colored flags with participant names, indicating in real time where their text cursor is and what they are typing, all at the same time. It is very similar to our technology, but operates only with the text cursor. We are doing that for both the text cursor and the freehand mouse. The flags don't work quite the same way when working with spreadsheets. Participants only see color highlighted cells and the results of editing. Sometimes the names also pop up. Overall, the 2 most important features, remote document sharing and editing, are not integrated together. They live in 2 separate applications, which makes them impossible to use in the meeting. The 3rd most sought after feature, annotation of remote documents, does not exist at all. Still, remote text cursors in Google Documents are potentially similar to our remote freehand cursors. With Microsoft Lync, meeting participants can see somebody's shared desktop and control it. Whoever controls the remote cursor on that shared desktop can see it as a shadow following our own local cursor. I'm going to take control and demonstrate this. So, as I move the cursor around, I can see my cursor's shadow on the remote machine. The higher the network latency, the longer the delay between my local cursor and the remote. This is very important to know your pointer position while interacting with remote content. In Lync, multiple presenters could even compete for that remote pointer, whoever takes it last. It means that all participants are synchronized in time within the remote content, the same as we are doing. It means that whose action is first, who's next, is in time sequence. Say, for now, somebody controls the mouse pointer. Now I take it over, and I can click different cells again and move it around. And now it's taken from me again. Participants cannot see each other's pointers, which is a bit confusing in Lync. And unfortunately, in Lync, you can't draw or type annotations right on top of the shared remote content. For that, we have to start a whiteboard. Participants using the whiteboard can click any spot to type annotations visible to other participants with some delay, almost character by character, or better say by a group of characters, almost the same way as we are doing it. There is no simultaneous drawing. You have to complete or commit the drawing for it to become visible to others. Participants cannot see each other's pointers, only the results of drawing or typing as they are committed. So it's not real-time editing as it progresses the way we do it, but it is fairly close. There is a laser pointer issue. There is a laser pointer feature which lets you see other people's pointers when they are using it. With Cisco Webex, meeting participants can see someone's shared desktop and control it, same as with Microsoft Lync. Presenters can compete for the remote cursor, whoever takes it last. It means that all participants are synchronized in time within the remote content, same as we are doing. Say for now that I want to take control of the remote pointer. I have to take control, and then I can interact with the remote content. I then have to give back control in order to allow someone else to interact with it. And now I can't do anything again. Meeting participants can also type and draw, same as in Microsoft Lync with us, but to make it visible to others, they have to commit to the typing or drawing, opposite to our real-time editing. Participants cannot see each other's pointers. Only the presenter is visible. Participants can see the result of each other's actions, however. Adobe Connect has basically the same features as Lync and Webex. Remote desktop can be shared and controlled by any participant. I will try and take control now. And now I can interact slowly with the remote content. Very slowly. This is... there is also a whiteboard that you can use separately. It is not integrated with the display like our solution. On the whiteboard, typing and drawing are not real time. They have to be committed to become visible. And you cannot see other people's cursors. Notably, Adobe Connect is extremely slow, despite being implemented in the Adobe Flash, the same as our FreeMeeting client. We achieve the same goals with more features, much higher speed, and much faster synchronization than Adobe Connect is doing. Citrix GotoMeeting polishes the same features as Lync, Webex, and Adobe. Remote desktop can be shared and everyone control it at the same time. People compete for the pointer. As you can see the remote cursor, and due to the latency, it will be stuck behind the main cursor by about 1 inch. This is consistent with our implementation. In addition to controlling the remote desktop, all participants can draw in real time. Drawing is fast and responsive, like our technology. We did not find any way to do annotations on top of the shared desktop. It might be hidden somewhere. Well, we didn't find it in April 2014. TeamViewer is very popular because it's free for non-commercial use. Its meetings can share the remote desktop and provide remote control of it by all the participants at the same time. Looking at this, I can take control of the remote cursor immediately and make modifications. Also, as I move my mouse cursor around, I notice that the remote cursor ends up lagging behind a little bit. This is an indication of the latency, same as in our system. This does mean that all participants are synchronized in time and content as well. Drawing and typing is done right on top of the shared desktop. The drawing is responsive and shown immediately, and text is shown as you type it in. Although pointers are not visible between participants, the only pointer I can see is the main pointer on the remote desktop. We do see everything that happens in real time. Based on a comparative analysis of Google Documents and Hangouts, Microsoft Lync, Cisco Webex, Adobe Connect, Citrix GotoMeeting, TeamViewer, and FreeMeeting.com, we can conclude that those 6 leading products on the market use potentially similar cursor synchronization technology as we do in our portfolio, to show each participant the real-time position of his own cursor within the remote content, whether that is the remote shared desktop or shared whiteboard. This is the vital functionality for all multi-user collaboration tools today. All major players on the market are using it these days, but only we patented it in 2007. Multiple examinations by the US Patent Office and PCT examiners have not revealed any prior art for any of the 6 patents. It's not easy to synchronize all real-time participants who are thousands of miles away, but our patents are doing that. By sending messages back to the originating client in a timely sequence with all other messages from other clients, we have solved the pointer synchronization problem in distributed high-latency networks. The fact of almost the same lag of about 1 inch between local cursor and its following shadow proves that almost all leading products have optimized their pointer synchronization techniques to the maximum possible, same as we have done. Now, this lag is only determined by network latency, which is impossible to beat. Luckily, we live on Earth, not on Jupiter, which is 11 times bigger, so time delay on Jupiter would be 11 times bigger as well. And the lag would be around 11 inches too, size of a laptop screen. So it will be possible to run meetings live across Jupiter. Back to Earth. Our system is even more advanced in comparison to others because it shows typing and drawing as they progress in real time, not after committing like most competitors do. In addition to that, we show to participants each of the other's pointers to provide true presence awareness. So they are confident that their counterparts are paying attention and not multitasking with something else, otherwise their pointers would be missing. As not a commercial application, visitors of someone's website can be aware of each other and even communicate anonymously using our Flock.com technology. These core functionalities and value-add distinguishing features will differentiate this portfolio owners in a current highly competitive world of online meetings for both business and entertainment. The patent portfolio will serve 3 purposes. 1, it'll act as a safety net against potential infringements. 2, it can be sub-licensed to others. And 3, it will protect own paid services against free ones. Presence awareness, as we have patented it, enhances user experience, increases their stickiness to website or meeting provider, and reduces churn. Since online meetings are mostly paid subscription services, this technology is driving revenue up.